Are you ready to unlock the secret to defying age and reclaiming the strength of your youth? Imagine being able to hike, play sports, and live independently well into your 90s, outperforming those decades younger. It may sound like science fiction, but for a select group of Superagers, this is their everyday reality. The facts are startling. By the age of 80, the average person loses up to 50% of their muscle mass compared to their younger years. This condition, known as sarcopenia, affects over 50 million seniors globally, silently eroding the independence of countless individuals. Each year, more than 300,000 seniors are hospitalized due to falls directly linked to muscle weakness. But here's the twist. According to findings published in the Journal of Physiology, this significant muscle loss isn't inevitable. What if we told you that the ravages of time on your muscles could be reversed, even if you're already in your 70s or 80s? Groundbreaking research from the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School has uncovered a startling truth. There's a simple, daily habit that can restore lost muscle mass and strength, turning back the clock on your body. This practice has been identified as the most crucial factor in rebuilding lost muscle, even in individuals well into their golden years. But here's the kicker. This revolutionary practice is unknown to a staggering 93% of older adults. Even more shocking, many healthcare professionals are failing to share this life-changing information with their patients. In the next few minutes, we're going to reveal this muscle-building secret that's so powerful it could transform the lives of millions of seniors worldwide. Are you ready to discover how you can regain the strength you had at 40? Stay tuned, because what we're about to share might just change your life forever. It's important to highlight that many doctors still offer advice that doesn't align with current science regarding key factors for maintaining strength as we age. Stay with us until the end, as the first habit is likely one you're mishandling regularly. This common mistake activates genetic pathways leading to increased muscle loss. Fixing this habit could determine whether you stay self-reliant or become dependent on others as you get older. Before we proceed, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Let's start our journey without further delay.
The information in this video is for educational purposes only, compiled from open sources, and does not substitute medical advice. Please consult your doctor for any health-related concerns. After subscribing, let us know where you're watching from, and don't forget to turn on notifications. We'd be happy to get to know you.
Habit 8 emphasizes the significance of precisely scheduling your protein intake. Many seniors focus on their protein intake, but research reveals that the time of consumption becomes even more important as we age. As people get older, their bodies become less efficient at absorbing protein, a condition known as anabolic resistance. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, older persons should distribute their protein intake throughout the day rather than focusing it in one meal, as many seniors do. The main fact is that there is a critical window of 3 to 4 hours after each meal for muscle protein synthesis to occur. Consuming all protein at supper, which is a common practice among seniors, results in missed opportunities for muscle building throughout the day. The best way is to aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein every meal, distributing it evenly throughout the day. Instead of toast or cereal for breakfast, try protein-rich options like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Continue this pattern at lunch and dinner with lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based proteins such as beans and lentils, which are especially beneficial for vegetarians. Adopting this timing technique can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% when compared to eating the same quantity of protein in fewer meals. In a 12-week study conducted by the University of Texas, participants who followed this strategy developed an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle while making no other changes to their lifestyle. It is critical to recognize that the time of protein consumption is just as significant as the quantity consumed for muscle building. This aspect has a big impact on whether your muscles grow or deteriorate. Habit 7. Hormetic stressors. It is possible to achieve remarkable strength even in one's 80s by incorporating hormetic stressors into one's routine. Individuals of this age who exhibit extraordinary vitality frequently participate in activities that may appear to be out of the ordinary. Individuals purposefully subject themselves to particular types of stress, which are referred to as hormetic stressors in the scientific community. Hormesis is the term used to describe the positive effects that can be experienced when one is exposed to low levels of substances that, when consumed in higher doses, could potentially be harmful. To put it another way, taking on specific challenges can help you build strength, particularly in your specific muscles. The Buck Institute for Research on Aging has conducted research that demonstrates that even in individuals who are in their 80s, short-term exposure to specific stressors can trigger protective cellular responses. These responses not only help to maintain the integrity of the muscle, but they also improve its functionality and growth. The first hormetic stressor that extraordinary elders, also known as Superagers, use is a change in temperature. It is possible to stimulate brown fat, enhance mitochondrial creation, and activate adiponectin by briefly exposing oneself to cold. This can be accomplished by ending showers with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or by taking short cold plunges. Adiponectin is a hormone that helps protect muscle tissue from deterioration. In a similar manner, heat shock proteins are activated when exposed to heat, such as when going to a sauna or taking a hot bath. These proteins are essential for repairing damaged muscle cells and preventing the breakdown of proteins. A study conducted in Finland discovered that individuals who used the sauna 4 to 7 times per week had a 40% lower risk of experiencing muscle loss over the course of 10 years in comparison to those who did not use the sauna. Another hormetic stressor is also known as time-restricted eating, which is another name for intermittent fasting. Autophagy is a cellular cleaning process that removes damaged parts and improves muscle quality. People who are known for their longevity are able to stimulate autophagy by limiting their eating to a window of 8 to 10 hours each day. The Salk Institute discovered that this practice could improve the mitochondrial function of muscles by as much as 10% in a period of 12 weeks, regardless of whether or not the individual lost weight. The last hormetic stressor is characterized by rapid and intense contractions of the muscles. Overcoming isometrics is a type of exercise that is frequently performed by superagers. In this type of exercise, the individual puts forth their utmost effort to push or pull against immovable objects for a period of 5 to 10 seconds. Muscle cells receive powerful signals from these brief but intense contractions, which assist them in maintaining their size and function while simultaneously reducing the amount of stress placed on the joints. It is the sporadic nature of these stressors that will determine their level of success. They should be brief and provide sufficient time for recovery. When carried out appropriately, these controlled stresses activate genes that are associated with longevity, such as sirtuins and FOXOs, which play an essential role in the protection of muscle tissues as we age. You should begin these practices gradually increasing your tolerance over time, and strive for a beneficial level of stress that does not overexert your system. It is important to get started with these practices. Habit 6. Targeted micronutrients. While macronutrients such as proteins, carbs, and fats are important, persons known for their outstanding lifespan and muscular strength also pay particular attention to key micronutrients that are essential for increasing muscle function and assisting with protein synthesis. These essential nutrients are essential for ensuring that your body makes the best use of protein and gets the most out of your workout. Without these components, you can consume enough protein and exercise regularly, yet still lose muscle mass. Magnesium emerges as a vital element, sometimes labeled the overlooked electrolyte, by University of Vermont researchers, and is critical for optimum muscular function. Over 70% of seniors are deficient in this mineral, which is involved in over 300 chemical processes required for muscular function. A 2021 research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered that older persons with enough magnesium had a 30% increase in grip strength and physical performance compared to those with modest deficits. Individuals with remarkable lifespan frequently eat magnesium-rich foods such as dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate, and they may supplement with highly absorbable forms such as magnesium glycinate or threonate. The next substance is creatine, which is good to more than just youthful bodybuilders. According to McMaster University research, older persons who used creatine saw significant increases in muscle mass, strength, and cognitive function that outperformed those who only did strength training. Consuming 3 to 5 grams per day might improve muscular energy generation and water retention in muscle cells, supporting an anabolic condition. Methylated B12 is another commonly overlooked B vitamin. B12 absorption diminishes with age, owing to decreasing stomach acid. It is alarming that popular drugs such as metformin and proton pump inhibitors deplete this vitamin further, impairing muscular energy and neuron function. Those who age well frequently utilize methylcobalamin, the bioactive version, rather than the cheaper cobalamin included in many multivitamins. Trace elements such as zinc, selenium, and chromium promote protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity, which is essential for nutrition delivery to muscles. A comprehensive study conducted by Tufts University found that older persons with appropriate levels of these minerals kept up to 22% more muscle mass over 5 years than those with deficits. Rather than taking ordinary multivitamins, successful agers frequently undertake micronutrient testing to discover particular deficiencies and tailor their supplements appropriately, ensuring they satisfy their precise biochemical needs while avoiding excessive spending on non-essential elements. Number 5 includes increasing vitamin D levels. It's worth noting that more than 80% of seniors don't get enough of what experts term the muscle vitamin. This deficit is typical in older persons and gradually reduces their strength. This topic is critical for a variety of reasons. According to a recent Harvard study, vitamin D is critical for more than just bone health since it activates genes required for muscle protein production and development. Certain vitamin D receptors are found in your body's muscle cells, and when activated, they launch pathways involved in muscle tissue formation and maintenance. A remarkable research in JAMA Internal Medicine discovered that seniors with normal vitamin D levels had 25% more muscular strength than those with deficits. They demonstrated considerably improved balance, coordination, and response speed, all of which are crucial for fall prevention. Vitamin D levels in Superagers, or those who retain outstanding vitality into their 80s, are often greater than 40 ml. In comparison, the ordinary senior frequently has levels below 20 ml, which is deemed inadequate. Although sun exposure is beneficial for increasing vitamin D levels, its effectiveness decreases with age since aged skin generates 50% less. Many seniors require extra supplements, although the normal advice of 600 international units per day is well below what is needed. According to studies, most older persons require between 2,000 and 4,000 international units per day for optimum levels, with individual blood tests determining the exact amount. Combine this with vitamin D-rich meals such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products, as well as 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun exposure when available. It is important to understand that vitamin D and vitamin K2 act together to send calcium to bones rather than arteries. Fermented foods and certain animal items frequently contain sufficient K2. High doses of vitamin D supplementation may be connected to vascular calcification. The crucial interaction between these vitamins is often ignored, yet it may have a substantial impact on your performance. Consult your doctor about obtaining a vitamin D blood test to determine your current levels and try to boost them over 40 nanoparticle per milliliter for optimal muscle health. The fourth habit is to develop daily techniques for controlling inflammation. What is typical among superagers with exceptional muscle strength? They all have remarkably low levels of inflammation. Researchers now understand that persistent low-grade inflammation, sometimes known as inflammaging, plays a substantial role in muscle loss in older persons. This secret inflammatory process activates molecular pathways that degrade muscle protein faster than the body can replace it. It is especially troubling since inflammation inhibits anabolic signals, which are required for muscle development following exercise or protein consumption. A big research from Tufts University discovered that older persons with high inflammatory indicators lost 3 times more muscle mass than those with lower levels, independent of activity or protein consumption. Individuals with exceptional lifespan and vigor employ targeted anti-inflammatory measures that many older folks miss. First, they focus on sleep quality, delivering 7 to 8 hours of unbroken sleep in absolutely dark conditions. Lack of sleep can increase inflammatory cytokines by up to 40%, hastening muscle breakdown. Second, they concentrate on intestinal health. Recent research from the University of California demonstrates that aging-related alterations in gut flora directly contribute to systemic inflammation. Those with extraordinary lifespan consume a diverse range of fiber sources, aiming for about 30 different plant meals every week. They also integrate fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, which are high in natural probiotics. Third, they use exercise intensity strategically. Regular mobility is essential, but high-intensity exercise might exacerbate inflammation in older persons. Those who preserve their youthfulness often participate in moderate-intensity activity. On most days, with brief high-intensity periods added once or twice each week. They constantly contain certain anti-inflammatory ingredients, including omega-3 fatty acids, in doses of 2 to 3 grams per day from fatty fish or supplements, as well as curcumin from turmeric and polyphenol-rich foods such as berries, green, tea, and extra virgin olive oil. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reports that this combination can reduce inflammatory markers by up to 29% over a 12-week period. A simple blood test that measures high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP, is recommended for monitoring inflammation levels. Superagers often have levels below 1.1 later, but the average senior has levels 3 to 5 times greater. Consistently, implementing specific vitamins into your everyday routine is the third habit, as opposed to traditional nutritional counsel. Habit number 3. Optimize sleep architecture for better muscle recovery. While frequently overlooked, the quality and organization of sleep play an important role in muscle maintenance and regeneration, especially in those over the age of 60. The bulk of growth hormone, GH, a crucial component in muscle repair and protein synthesis, is released during deep sleep, slow-wave sleep. As people age, the quantity and quality of deep sleep decrease, affecting recovery and hastening sarcopenia. A research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older persons with improved deep sleep efficiency had up to 30% greater lean muscle mass over 5 years than those with fragmented sleep patterns. Notably, poor sleepers' GH secretion was shown to be about 50% lower, which was directly related to reduced muscle maintenance. Superager strategy. Individuals designated as superagers routinely participate in particular actions that promote good sleep architecture. Digital sunset, avoiding screen exposure, blue light, for at least an hour before bedtime to aid in natural melatonin generation. Consistent sleep schedule, sleeping and waking at the same times every day, including weekends, helps to maintain the circadian cycle. Magnesium-rich evening routine, consuming magnesium glycinate, or having an Epsom. Salt bath promotes calm and improves sleep quality. Sleep environment. Keeping the bedroom chilly, dark, and silent, preferably below 68 tort for 20, simulates natural nighttime settings and enhances deep sleep duration. Pre-sleep wind-down activities. Reading physical literature, mild stretching, or using parasympathetic stimulating techniques such as deep breathing or meditation. Sleep trackers show that superagers spend an average of 15–25% more time in slow-wave sleep, which benefits muscular repair, cognitive function, hormone balance, and metabolic health. These benefits accumulate over time, setting them apart from their colleagues who undervalue slumber as a healing technique. The second crucial habit is to preserve neuromuscular connections, which is a fascinating issue that many elderly neglect. Muscle atrophy starts with the interaction between neurons and muscles. These connections, known as neuromuscular junctions, function as power sources for muscles. As degeneration accelerates around age 60, the brain's capacity to connect with muscles deteriorates, independent of protein intake or exercise frequency. According to research from the University of Michigan, superagers with remarkable strength had much better health outcomes than average seniors. Surprisingly, precise ways have been established for preserving and even restoring these linkages. One practice incorporates movement patterns that require accuracy and coordination. Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, and ping pong improve neural connections to muscles more than basic walking or traditional strength training because they require specialized muscle fiber activation, which strengthens neuromuscular junctions. According to a 2020 Journal of Physiology study, older persons who engage in coordination-focused activities twice weekly had a 31% higher rate of neuromuscular junction preservation than those who just exercise traditionally. The second strategy focuses on chemicals that promote neuromuscular health. Research reveals that alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl L-carnitine protect nerve muscle connections from oxidative damage. Notably, certain forms of vitamin B1, such as benfotiamine and huperzine produced from Chinese club moss, can increase levels of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that regulates muscular contraction. Superagers employ targeted breathing methods that stimulate the vagus nerve, which is essential for neuromuscular transmission. Simple activities such as box breathing, inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, expelling for 4, and repeating for 4 for 5 minutes daily can boost muscle activation by up to 15%. The relationship between cognitive involvement and muscle preservation is intriguing. A pioneering study from Columbia University discovered that older persons who frequently participated in challenging cognitive tasks had notably superior muscle function, since cognitive demands directly influence the neuromuscular system via interconnected brain pathways. Using these tactics, superagers can preserve essential connections for effective brain-to-muscle transmission far into their 80s and beyond. The most important habit is to engage in progressive resistance training, which distinguishes them from others. Habit 1. Progressive Resistance Training, Tufts University. Researchers discovered that some 80-year-olds had amazing strength, which they attribute to a method known as progressive resistance training. Unlike the typical routines of many seniors, these so-called Superagers, who have strength levels significantly younger than their chronological age, practice particular training regimes that address the underlying reasons of muscle atrophy. The use it or lose it guideline for muscular function is a critical notion that many elderly miss. However, in order to sustain muscular health, they must experience escalating difficulties on a consistent basis. Walking, water aerobics, or continuously lifting low weights will not prevent muscle loss after the age of 60. Superagers prioritize intensity over duration. McMaster University research demonstrates that older persons who engage in high-intensity resistance exercise to the point of muscle failure twice a week build more muscle than those who engage in moderate-intensity training 5 times a week. It is critical to reach muscular failure, which occurs when you are unable to do another rep properly. This produces significant muscle-building reactions that continue up to 72 or 2 hours after exercise. Furthermore, individuals that age well focus on complex activities that engage numerous muscular groups at once, such as squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses. These motions, which are adaptive to one's mobility and joint health, provide a stronger hormonal reaction than solitary workouts such as bicep curls or leg extensions. Superagers also believe in the notion of progressive overload, which involves frequently increasing difficulty in order to sustain improvement. Consistent use of the same weights results in a plateau. These people keep meticulous track of their workouts and strive for long-term progress. In addition, they emphasize the eccentric or lowering part of workouts. According to research, this strategy is especially good for developing strength in older persons since it increases muscular tension while lowering joint stress. This strategy has been successful even for people who begin resistance training later in life. A significant study by the University of Alabama found that people in their 70s who participated in progressive resistance training gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle and 35% more strength in just 12 weeks, as well as improved blood glucose control, bone density, and cognitive function. Many seniors make the mistake of believing that resistance exercise is hazardous or useless, which is incorrect. Ignoring resistance exercise can result in muscle mass loss, increased frailty, an increased risk of falling, and even loss of independence. Adopting even one behavior from this study should focus on gradual resistance training. Begin with expert instruction to guarantee proper technique. Work at intensities appropriate for your present fitness level, and steadily develop from there. Participating in only 2 30-minute sessions each week can drastically change the course of your aging. Here are 7 evidence-based behaviors that explain why some 80-year-olds have muscle strength comparable to those decades younger. Begin today with the habit that appears to be the simplest for you to embrace, then gradually include the others into your daily routine. These 8 science-backed habits are not just theories, they're real, proven strategies used by individuals well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond to preserve their strength, independence, and vitality. The truth is, aging is inevitable, but decline is optional. Whether you're already implementing some of these habits or just getting started, small, consistent changes can create a dramatic impact over time. Which of these habits are part of your daily routine? Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. We read every one. If this video helped you rethink what's possible at any age, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and make sure to subscribe to Health Guide for more practical, science-based insights to help you age stronger, not slower. Your future self will thank you. See you in the next video.